Good afternoon. So we are back on the big site for a little bit of a catch-up. Now we can't do a hell of a lot because of this. So obviously Clayton is unable to walk around because he hasn't got a work mangina boot. So that is not going to help. So I'm going to have to take you over in a second, show you a few of the bits. But ultimately what we're trying to do, we're clearing up the last of the slop. Weather's with us for a few days now, so we're getting rid of all that wet slop off the surface. Chris and the guys have got the last of the chambers that they're fitting now and finishing off round the tops, fitting biscuits. Inside the building we've got Corey and the guys, they're building the toilet blocks. There's a wall as well underneath one of the mezzanine areas. So there's quite a bit going on in there. So we're going to have a quick catch up. I'll do it again. This is an absolute nuisance being a pack horse as well as stationary camera over there. I've got no idea whether I'm in the right place or not, but I'm hoping I've not chopped my head off. Yeah, so Corey and the guys have been back. We've got the brickwork in now. So that inside there is going to be its own separate room. There's a roller shutter door to go on here, and then we've got a personnel door to go in there. So all the block work is now in and done. I had a bit of extra steel work because where the extra doorways have been put in, a small nib of brick or block work there would have been not ideal with either a door clapping to it all the time or hinged from it with only a small bit of block work attached to the steel work, so that's no good. So we put that piece of steel frame in. Under there, under the stairs, that's where all the mains electricity is coming into the site and it will be distributed round the building from this point. So you've got your mains connection coming in, and then from there we'll pipe round and the main fuse box and everything will go under there and then is piped round the rest of the building. So that has to have a fire door on it because effectively there is a potential source of fire in there. So that has a fire door fitted to that. That's the only fire door actually needed within the building here. But it sort of finished it off all quite nicely. Down the stairs, it's made the best of the use of the under the stairs there. And then there's another door at the bottom into, again, that room. This is obviously the midpoint, or just over the midpoint of the building. So this is that random sort of poo room that if they ever put a dividing wall in, we've already got a toilet down this end. So this is just a single sort of toilet block here. And then we're going to put a roof on that, plaster it, obviously, and then that isn't far off done by the time it's got its door and door frame in. Okay, so other two toilets here. So we've got the standard toilet there. What we did is originally the disabled toilet was this side. We swapped them round because it works better because the disabled toilet door needs to open outward. So rather than have that door open outward blocking access here to this one, we've just swapped them over. It made more sense. So they're in and done. Wayne has been down and put the timber framework on the ceiling. So then on the underside now, all he's coming back to do is to plasterboard and plaster and insulate that, and that's done. And then the customer themselves are going to come and whitewash these walls before we put all the plumbing and electrics fitted round it. So on a tight schedule now, trying to get everything wrapped up before Christmas. So we've got Wayne here tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Hopefully customer here Wednesday, whitewash the walls. Thursday back again to whitewash the walls again and the ceiling. And then Friday Wayne will be back to start the plumbing works then. Glass is here as well, so we've had a delivery of all the glass for all the windows. We're just waiting for the frames, so that means Window Wayne will be back hopefully at the back end of this week to start getting all them windows and frames fitted. And I'll spin you around, but we've also had all the materials for the doors. So we've got the sectional insulated doors and the personnel doors or the fire escapes to fit, so have a look at them. Lastly, on the outside at the minute, other than the drainage and bits and bobs that have gone on, we'll bring you next time. But the canopies over the doors, they're all now flashed up. The last of the flashings have been fitted on the bigger doors. Like I say, personnel doors are in, so they're in now. And then what we've got in here is when we've cladded this, you'll see just at the top there, there's a little downpipe coming out on the high side. Underneath that, there's like a secret gutter. So any little bit of water that does come down the cladding and run along the top, it'll run into that secret gutter, run along the bottom and then out of that outlet, and obviously we'll pick that up then in the drain down at the bottom here, which will then be carted off. So because I'm got to carry you guys around and I'm a pack horse as well, and Clayton's hasn't got a work mangina boot, the montage is going to be really small because I haven't got enough time and I get our mate carrying the camera around. We're going to drop the video down to one a week at the minute. One, we've got Christmas coming up. 2, there's a particular project that I'm toing and froing on which I can't show you guys at all. And 3, while Clayton's in his mangina boot, we are struggling to get the footage.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So if you like what you've seen, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and we will leave you with a teeny tiny big sight montage. Boom.